Yo, this is your boy James over at XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Wizards Unite content. And today is the end of the brilliant event. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're able to get those 15 restricted books in time. I mean, this event was like dope. Like it was great. I got like over 200 scrolls, over like 30 spell books, and of course the 15 restricted books, the highly coveted 15 restricted books that everybody was looking forward to. But now that the event has ended, how should you guys spend those restricted books? We're going to go over that based on your profession and based on your style of play. We're going to be utilizing some great tools. One from Neil the Shadow. His skill tree tool is, I think, the best out there. Wizards Unite Hub has one similar to it and you can share your build with others. So I actually will share my build. I have all those links on the bottom. Some cool infographics if you guys need them. I have all that down there as well that I saw on Reddit. And some great articles from IGN, GamePress, and iMore, just about the builds and everything. But we're going to start off with Magizoologist. And what's cool is I'm a Magizoologist, and I actually saved my scrolls just for this video because I was waiting for the event to end. And so we're going to progress together down the skill tree, my skill tree, and figure out the best way to utilize those restricted books after this event and for future events. So let's get into it. Starting with Magizoologist, the primary use of restricted books for your profession, for you if you're a Magizoologist, is to become the beast. Now, this is not a catchphrase. This is literally a skill. All right, this is a skill in your skill tree, and it grants plus 40 power when you have 5 focus. That is the goal, whether you're a solo or a group type player, defensive, supportive, or offensive player. This is the skill to unlock for Magizoologist. Now, the caveat is we can't fully unlock it with the 15 restricted books. I know, we need another event for it. Reason being, you need to spend four restricted books just to unlock the path to get to become the beast. But what is good is you can set yourself up so when the next event happens and you get the restricted books needed for become the beast, you can boom, put it right into there and you're golden and you be good. So the path you're going to have to take is utilizing the revive charm. So going down, you have to use the revive charm. It's cheap, which is cool. It's only 8 scrolls, no restricted books. Cool. Hit that. Go down. Luna's stamina charm. Now again, cheap, 10 scrolls, but 4 restricted books. That's the 4 that is being taken from your 15 that you got from the brilliant event. So hit that. Now going down, confound and bewilder. This is a big one because you need that initial focus. You get plus 2 with 24 scrolls. This is a needed, like you need this. Now Celebrity Jeopardy. It's a total of 36 scrolls and 4 spell books. Now, if you're a solo player, you don't need maximum focus right now. You don't. Like, you're not supporting anybody. You're only supporting yourself. So if you're solo type and you want to use those 36 scrolls and 4 spell books somewhere else, I would suggest doing that. Going somewhere else. Maybe going back up and going around to precision to get to power. Or just go Alberta Tooth Hill, hit that up and just go down all the way till you get your wilderness wear, and you can build your stamina up so you can take hits, so you won't have to use as many potions. There's different routes you can take, or you can go the power route, Mordecai's method, and then go down to the Oxide, which is the accuracy one. If you're a supportive type player and play with multiples of witches and wizards when you're doing wizarding challenges like myself, I would put them into Celebrity Jeopardy, at least the first two. That's a cheap, again, 24 maximum focus, and it just gives you more focus to put charms and hexes onto your fellow witches and wizards and your opponents. So go that route, and then we wait for the next event. So that's the path. That's Magizoologist is just straightforward. Become the beast, that's what you want, and then the rest is just more supportive, whether it's building your offense or defensive type of profession. I'm going to use my path, and I'm going to actually progress on mine. So I've been waiting for a long time to do this, so let's do it. Alright, so now that is done, let's go over what we have. Alright, so my initial focus is 4 instead of 2 like it was initially. My max is still 7. My stamina went from 210 to 296. Powers 34 instead of 32. And everything else is basically the same. I set myself up just to be ready to become the beast. I unlocked 2 more charms, which is the revive charm and the bravery charm, which enhances your teams by raising the power against elite foes. We've seen a bunch so far just playing together, and this this skill is needed. It is needed, and it's going to help my team and help us progress. So I'm excited to use this skill when we battle next time. Alright, professors, there's 2 paths for you guys when utilizing the restricted books. Confidence, which takes up 15, or the Deterioration Hex. Now, I'll start with confidence. Confidence should be more so for solo players, and here's why. You get a plus 6% in defense. Now, that doesn't sound like all that, but once you've unlocked that, there's an initial plus 2 focus path that you can unlock by unlocking the confidence. And as a solo player, if you kind of maxed out a lot of the hexes, whether it's the shields or anything else, that initial focus of that plus 2 initial focus is going to be huge for you. I think that might be one of the best paths for a solo player, which apparently there's a lot of based off of what a lot of people are saying in the Wizards Unite community. Now, the Deterioration Hex, oh my gosh, that might be like, it's probably the best skill in the game. This hex deals plus 10 damage to your foe for each action, whether they're attacking or they're taking damage. It stacks. I think it was like FLW2, I think. He did a video, he's a professor, and basically he did a wizarding challenge without using any energy. Now, this Deterioration Hex is good as a solo player as well, but it is fully utilized when you're with a group in these wizarding challenges. This is where it's at its finest because it helps out everybody. Can you imagine the Deterioration Hex with an Auror's power, like maxed out with the first strike and dancing with dummies? Like, can you imagine that? Plus, a Magizoologist, like myself, who have just unlocked Become the Beast, having that plus 40 damage with the Deterioration Hex. Like, this is where the strategy can gets going and stuff. But for you professors, Deterioration Hex, I think that's the path. Go there. Basically, Deterioration Hex is going to cost you 12 restricted books, but it's going to be totally worth it just mixed with what it can do. I think that's the best path if you're in a group, particularly 3 with a professor or an Magizoologist. I think that's the best path for you in a group setting, or if you're a supportive type player or defensive type player. That's where I would spend my initial books, at the Deterioration Hex. Like, it's just an amazing charm. Like, it really is. Alright, ores. Best way, I think, to utilize your 15 restricted books based on solo play. Dancing with dummies. That skill. Now, let me show you. Work your way down. You got dueling dummy and then dancing with dummies. That's 15 scrolls and 15 restricted books on the skill tree. Alright, now critical power and stuff, like it, honestly, crit power is not that big a deal, but just like with Magizoologist, you want to set yourself up to get to first strike. So you want to get that dancing with dummies, unlock that with these 15 restricted books. Like, setting yourself up, that is the best way soloist. Mix that with the first strike skill, you get a 50% critical power when the foe is at 100%. That is insane. That is insane. But again, we're leading up, we're setting ourselves to get to that level as an aura, as a soloist. Now, if you're in group play, pretty straightforward. Put the restricted books into charms and the hexes. You got the improved weakness hex maxima, and confusion hex repetition. All of these are great for group play. It impairs the foe's dodge, impairs the foe's breach defense, counter jinx impairment. Like, all of that goes into it, and it's a total of 8 for the confusion hex restricted books. So that's going to be clutch. Another one which we talked about, where's the other hex? Weakness hex maxima. Impairs the foe's power by a total of -15%, which is huge for auras because they're not as defensive. And then the other hex is the other confusion hex, which lowers the defense, evasiveness, and counter jinxes. So if you're a supportive type, hexes are the way to go, especially if you're in group play. If you're a solo fortress player, which there's a lot of, based off of my experience with talking to the community, working down towards dancing with dummies, and then the next 15 restricted books get that first strike. Put that together, as you're gonna be doing some good damage. So that's the path I would suggest based off the research I've seen from Reddit and a bunch of the articles from the gaming sites. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys going to spend your restricted books on? Was this helpful? Let us know in the comment section below. We love hearing from you guys. Also, if you are new, I want to encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel. Here you be getting all the latest and greatest in Wizards Unite content. Check us out on our various forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter. We post daily. Hope this was helpful for you guys. Hope you guys had a great, brilliant event. So looking forward to the next event so we can get more restricted books. And honestly, I want to get more scrolls because that +5 each time we ranked up the registry, that was clutch. But anyway, that's just me. We'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time.